Audio Jungle.
Here is the national news from BGI TV Currents. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the headlines. Eschew violence. President-elect Tinubu charges Nigerians. IGP approved deployment of DIG Adebutu to FCID, 36 CPs to various departments, formations. 2023 polls, Ogun Tribunal received 19 petitions. And on sport, Ajibade wins Atletico Madrid Feminine Player of the Month award. Now, the news in detail. President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has counseled Nigerians to conduct themselves peacefully and eschew violence and any acts prejudicial to orderly electoral processes as the Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec) holds supplementary elections in designated areas across the country on Saturday today. Inec will conduct supplementary governorship elections in Adamawa and Kebbi states, 5 senatorial districts and 31 federal and 58 state assembly constituency across 24 states of the Federation. Tinubu, in a statement on Friday, noted that the supplementary election is as important as the first set of elections, the presidential and the National Assembly poll, which held on February 25th, and the governorship and State House of Assembly election held on March 18. He said, as the last leg of the 2023 general elections, we must ensure that the electoral processes are brought to a final peaceful conclusion. I urge all Nigerians in areas where the additional polls will take place to eschew violence and conduct themselves in an orderly and peaceful manner. We should desist from acts prejudicial to the conduct of orderly polls or that will threaten the very existence of the country. It's only when there is a country that aspirants to political offices can have seats to contest for, and the electorate have people seeking their vote. Like the INEC officers, the candidate and the electorate therefore have a solemn responsibility in this election. They must ensure that the additional polls are conducted not only freely and fairly, but also devoid of tension, acrimony, and violence that will threaten the very fabric that holds the country together. Moving on to the next story. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, has approved the posting of the recently promoted Deputy Inspector General of Police DIG Olukayode Adebutu, the supervising officer for the Southwest Geopolitical Zone, to man the Force Criminal Investigations Department, Force Headquarters in Abuja. This was contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Abuja on Friday by the Force Public Relations Officer, FPRO, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi. According to the statement, DIG Adebutu, who hails from Yewa South, local government area of Ogun State, holds a BSc honor degrees in mathematics, education, in engineering analysis, and a Masters of Business Administration degree. He has attended various courses both home and abroad and has served in various investigative, operational, and administrative capacity, including as Commander Rapid Response Squad, RSS, Lagos, and Head Anti-Fraud, FCT Command, CP Kwara State, amongst others. He was until his recent promotion the AIG in charge of Zone 7 Abuja, comprising the FCT and Niger State. The statement added that the IGP has similarly approved the posting/redeployment of 36 commissioners of police to various commands and formations. According to the statement, among the 36 CPs are CP Operations, DOPs FHQ, CP Zuberu Abubakar, CP Homicide FCID Abuja, CP from Pam Joseph, CP Railway Lagos, CP Emuobo F Okotu, CP Counter-Terrorism Unit CTU, CP Nemi E Osuboko. Now to the next story from Ogun State. No fewer than 19 petitions have been received by the Ogun State Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abeokuta, the state capital. The petitions were received from various candidates and political parties who are willing to challenge the results of the various elections that they participated in between February and March 2023. The secretary of the tribunal, Ezenta Obioma, confirmed these to newsmen on Friday. According to her, Two of the petitions were received from governorship candidates of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Ladi Adebutu, and the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), Ajadi Oguntoyinbo. The two governorship candidates are challenging the victory of the incumbent governor, Dapo of the All Progressive Congress (APC) at the polls. It was gathered that 17 House of Assembly candidates from various state constituencies had also filed petitions to contest the result of the State Assembly elections as announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec). The information report that 16 of the petitions were filed by the PDP Assembly candidates, while one was filed by candidates of the APC. Adebutu and Oguntoyinbo had dragged Abiodun, the APC, and the Inec before the tribunal in the separate petitions. Adebutu is seeking an order from the court declaring him as the winner of the election, or to order Inec to conduct a fresh election in 99 polling units in 41 wards, which cut across 16 local government areas of the state where elections were either not held and or cancelled due to disruption and overvoting. On this path, the NNPP candidate is protesting the omission of the party's name on the ballot papers used for the governorship election by Inec. When asked, the secretary of the tribunal could not confirm when the court would commence sitting proper, saying, "We are still at the filing stage, so I cannot tell the precisely time when the tribunal is going to commence sitting." We'll go to Ondo State. Suspected gunmen have abducted 3 residents of Akure, the Ondo State capital, information reveals. The victims were kidnapped in the Isinigbo or Degede area of Igoba in Akure North Local Council area of Ondo on Thursday night. The community is a few distance away from Police Secondary School in the suburb of Akure. A resident of the community who does not want their name published confirmed the abduction on Friday evening. The armed men stormed the streets last night and took away the resident victims. In fact, what baffles me is that they even announced their arrival. One of the victim residents, Mr. Paul, used to stay close to my place, information says. He added that the gunmen had initially abducted 4 residents, but one of them escaped while being taken away. It was the one who escaped that quickly alerted other residents in the community, so 3 of them were kidnapped. A traditional ruler of the community, Adinlewa Adeniyi, also confirmed the incident of the occurrence. Mr. Adeniyi, however, pleaded with the security agent to rescue the kidnapped victims. "Please help us," as he says. Funmilayo Odulami or Misoya, the spokesperson for the police in Ondo, could not be immediately reached for comments, but an operative of the Amotekun Corps hinted to reporters that the security agents are already trailing the suspect. He said the suspects had been located inside a bush where they kept their victims. To end the news is a sports story. Super Falcons forward Rashida Ajibade has won Atletico Madrid Feminine Player of the Month's for March. Ajibade scored 3 goals in 4 league appearances for Atletico Madrid during the month. The 23-year-old scored a brace in Atletico Madrid's 2-1 win against Real Sociedad and was also on target in their 3-1 victory versus Alhama. Atletico won 3 and drawn 1 in their 4 league outings in March. Ajibade has scored 8 goals in the Spanish Iberdrola this season. She is second on the top scorers behind her teammate Ludmila da Silva. That ends the national news this hour. Before we go, some major headlines. Supplementary polls eschew violence. President-elect Tinubu charges Nigerians. IGP approved deployment of DIG Adebutu to FCID. 36 CPs to various departments and formations. Ogun Tribunal receives 19 petitions. To end the news is a sport. Ajibade wins Atletico Madrid Feminine Player of the Month award. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Good afternoon. I am Moriwe Rabila Lawa.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.